Have you ever wondered why Chinese students study so hard? They can stay in school for 12 hours and they can still manage to finish the homework, and why they have such a strong passion for study. Today, I want to tell you as a Chinese why they have studied so hard in China. And this kind of thing is really deep rooted in the Chinese culture, and it didn't start like today. It started like 2,000 years ago. Over 2,000 years ago, there was a man named Confucius. He was one of the most famous teachers in Chinese history. He believed that learning wasn't just about getting smart, it was about becoming a good person, kind, honest, and respectful. To him, studying made you better, not just for yourself, but for your family and for your country. Because of him, Chinese people began to believe that education was the key to a good life. If you study hard, people respect you. If you know more, you could help more. And that belief had stayed in China. Almost every Chinese who has went to school know this man, and he was super famous and he is still famous nowadays. That kind of cultural belief that studying hard means get respect, that kind of belief is really deeply rooted in the Chinese culture. And the second reason why Chinese students start so hard is because there is a very big exam for their life. And people believe that as long as you take that exam, you could change your life. Even you're a poor kid, as long as you go to a top university in China, like Peking University or Tsinghua University, which is like Ivy League in America, for example, like the Harvard, your life and your fate could be totally changed. There was the imperial system called Keju. And even you're a poor kid, if you pass that Keju system, you will become noble guys and you can go to the system and become the royal ones, and you can get salary and your family will become honored. A lot of good stuff come along with that system. Even nowadays, we still have the Gaokao system. That means after the system, all the students, they have fought for a long time and studied almost 17 years. They get passed for the Gaokao and they can go to the top universities, and after that they can get higher degrees, because for a lot of big companies in China, they only accept those graduates from the top university. And that's why, because that means if they can pass the exam, they are talent and they're good and they can get good salary, good job, good life. So they have to study hard. The third reason why those kids study so hard nowadays, they study not is only their own stuff. Actually, maybe I don't know if where you can just leave your comment in the comment section and tell me where you're from. But in China, study is not a personal thing. Actually, it's a family stuff. Parents, even grandparents, they pay a lot of attention to their study, because the study of a kid is the hope of a whole family. They have strong hopes for them, and it's not only about study, it's about love. It's about repay the love for their parents, because a lot of parents, they work hard, they make money, and they spend a lot of money on the education, on the study, and they want to have results from their students, from their kids. So actually, this kind of love, on the other hand, is a lot of pressure, because study actually it is a personal thing. If I like study, then I can go to universities, I can have better grades, I can go to top those kind of companies. But if I don't like study and I have to force myself to love study and to repay the love from my families, that is no good. That means really a lot of pressure. After all this, you can understand why Chinese students study so hard, because it's not about the study itself. It's about the cultural tradition, the family honor, and the hope of all the generations from one family. So you can see that why for the Chinese education, there's a lot of things, but things have been changing because we know that the system is not that good for personal development, and the time has passed by. The imperial system or the Gaokao system is really not for everyone because not every student they have the advantage and they have the ability to get enrolled into top universities, and every people they should be true to themselves and to find what they really love and what they are really good at and find their unique path, because every case, every person on this earth, they are unique and they are the only one, and they have their own advantages and disadvantages, and they should spend more time developing themselves rather than pursuing all the same path. I just wondered, do you like this kind of culture, or what you want to say about this kind of culture and what we can do to change this kind of culture? And if you live in different parts of the world, and how is the education and how is the environment for your kids? And I would love to see your comments and see different opinions. And see you next time. Bye.